welcome to the Facebook Live here on Wednesday the 7th of November. What I want to talk to you today about is how to understand and use the power of your vision. Having a vision, just having the vision, being clear about your vision is not enough. You know, the vision is something that has to be used. It's got to be something that you use and you drive with, because if you don't do that, then your vision's not going to come true. So if you want it to come true, you've got to use it somehow. But what does that mean by that? So how do you use a vision, for example? Now, some people sort of get stuck in the Martin Luther King sort of thing. I've got a dream, and think that it's about standing on the side of the road and declaring your vision powerfully to people. Well, yes, that can be part of it, and for some people that would be the right way to go. But for other people who might be running an IT support company or a law firm or a small building company, your vision's going to sort of need to be expressed in a different way, because it's going to have a different role, but still it has a very powerful role. And if you think about this for a minute, I just want to try and frame this in a way that you really understand what your vision is and how to use it. That's the purpose of today's talk. So first of all, let's just consider this. You are the creator of the environment that you live in. You as an individual create the environment around you, and that is everything that's going on in your life. You create that environment, and all the stuff that happens in your life sits inside that environment. Your business is something that sits inside the environment that you've created. Also, you as an individual sit inside the environment you've created. This environment that you sit inside, your business sits inside, you have complete control over. It is your environment, you control it. You have control of your environment, right? You have absolute control of your environment. The environment is everything that you sit inside, and you control that. You control the elements inside it as well. But the thing about the environment is there is two ways of looking at your environment. There's the environment of somebody else's environment that you see from the outside. What you're perceiving is their front stage, or what people are seeing of your environment is your front stage, the bit that people see. But it comes from inside. It comes from your backstage. So the source of your environment is your backstage. It's the things that you do backstage that generates this environment that everyone sees. So now we start to understand that your environment is something that you create around you, but people perceive it from the outside. They see your front stage. Your environment, the stuff that goes on in there, is your backstage. And the backstage is the bit you have complete control over. The front stage, you can only influence. You can't control the front stage. You can't control how people perceive you. You can only influence how people perceive you. And to change how people see you, or to change how people see your business, you have to work on your backstage, on your environment, so that you show up differently in their life, in their business, in the world. So you can only change your backstage, and that will influence how you appear to people front stage. So what makes up this environment, your backstage? What is it? Well, first of all, the biggest driver in there is your mindset, how you think about yourself, how you think about what's going on in your life. Then there's the physical part, which is the way you execute your life, the stuff you do, your systems, your processes, the physical space you take up in the world. And then there's the foundations, and the foundations are your purpose, which includes your purpose, vision, values, and roles, how you behave, how you do things, and then the customer experience or the customer journey, the outcomes you're trying to produce in the world, and then finally how you lead yourself and the people around you. And today we're talking about one of those elements. We're talking about vision, and really how you understand and use the power of your vision. So let's go back to Martin Luther King for a second. He stood there, and his famous speech, he said, "I have a dream." And his dream was that in America there would be equality for all, black, white, Hispanic, didn't matter. Everyone would be able to have the same standing in the world, so people would be treated fairly. Now, that was a really powerful vision, and lots of people shared that vision. Black and white and Hispanic and all sorts of races shared that vision, because it was a way of moving forward. It was moving forward from the historic world, which was white dominated and brutally dominated, to something new. Now, that's probably something you need to stand on a street corner and shout about and get out. But he had lots of followers that supported him, and his environment that he created around him allowed those supporters to take his message and take it on. So he was perceived around the world as someone with a great vision. Nelson Mandela also had a great vision, and unfortunately didn't have as many supporters, because when Nelson Mandela died, his vision sort of has died a bit with him. Not everywhere, but quite a lot. So your vision has to be something that is really clear, and it comes from or sits on top of your purpose and your values. So the purpose is your why you're doing it, why you're running your business, whether that is a business teaching people how to do great presentations or educate their staff, or a business that is actually creating fantastic fashion. Doesn't matter what it is, it's a business that the why you're doing it is for you. It's personal to you, and you put that out in the world. This is why you're doing it. The values are how you do it, how you execute that, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself in the world. And then the vision is the what. What's the outcome? So the vision, this outcome, the what, is really, if you are able to follow your purpose and deliver your purpose and execute your values, what is it going to produce at the end of it? If you think about it, let's get cooking, for example, because it's a simple idea. If you want to make an omelette, the vision is I'm going to make an omelette, the what. So, why? Because I want to feed myself. The values, I want to use the best ingredients possible. All those things would be part of that. But the what is the omelette. And then the processes you put in place are going to create an omelette. Now that's a very simple sort of transactional way of looking at it. But it's true with any vision. If you have a vision for achieving something by doing the work you do, living the life you live, then that vision can be really, really powerful. And it's a very powerful part of the environment. And if you have a really clear big vision, and you can have small visions for small things, but a really clear big vision, the one vision you have for your life, for what you want to achieve, then it's the outcome of all of your effort, all of your passion, all of your money, all of your time, all of your energy, all of your skill, all of your knowledge is heading towards making that thing happen. And sometimes it may be something so big it's not going to happen in your lifetime, but it's something you've been working towards, and hopefully other people will work towards to follow on, because you're going to engage people in that. It's the big thing that your environment that you live in is designed to make happen. If, for example, my vision is all about how to get small businesses operating to their best. It's how to utilise all the best skills of people for a common good, for the big good. Little businesses have to be successful, because if little businesses are successful, they form connected communities. Connected communities support not just the business people, but they support everyone in the community. So I'm about creating connected communities that really support each other. But also, I have to support myself. So my other business interests, such as property, is there to actually help me support my life, my wife, my family, so that we can continue to live and grow by having a successful property business, so that I can run my consulting business to make that work. And the two work hand in hand. They don't compete with each other, because they're all part of the big business. Because actually creating property is part of community as well. So nothing conflicts for me. It all fits. And when you have a really clear vision, it's actually a great attractor. People get attracted to somebody that says, this is what I'm standing for. This is what I am going to achieve in the world. This is my stand. I'm going to make this happen. Martin Luther King, I have a dream for equality for all. So that is the vision part of it. And it then enables you to make really smart choices, because there's so many things out in this world that you might think are going to help you. But when your vision, the thing that you really, really want to make happen in the world, is absolutely clear, then you can ask yourself a very simple question. If something comes along and it looks like it's interesting or it might help, you can ask yourself that simple question: is this thing, is this activity, is this process, are these people going to help me make my boat go faster? Are they going to help me get towards my vision quicker? Yes or no? If they are, then by all means, grab it, take it on with full passion, because it's going to fit inside your environment, it's going to work, because it's going to help you get to where you want to go. But if it doesn't do that, if it doesn't fit, then discard it. And don't discard it and regret that, oh, maybe I should have done that. Discard it positively. No, this doesn't help me get my boat going faster. This doesn't help me towards my vision. This is actually a distraction. It also enables you to empower priority. Because sometimes there are things we'd like to do that make us feel good, sort of massage our ego, and then there's the things we need to do that we have to get done. When I was talking at the Guildford Hub last week, we were talking about this idea that there are jobs that you have to get done to enable you to move forward. Well, when you have a really clear vision, you get to see that that is a priority. That is something I've got to do. I've got to do that first before I go on and do something else. So really focus on the priorities. And for Wendy and I, one of our big priorities is about generating the business from a property side so that that's working really well for us, so that we enable us to do other things as well. But we want to get that bedrock done. It's a priority for us to get that part done whilst doing other things. So we can prioritize what we're doing, our time, our effort, and the days of the week on doing certain things. And then people who get your vision, people who really understand what your vision is for, where it's going, the why, the how, and the what, they will want to be part of it. They might be your customers, they might be future employees, they might be ambassadors for you, they might be people who are just there and saying, yes, by the way, everyone, look at that person. People who tell other people about you and spread your message. So that's a really important part of having a clear vision. It is a great attractor, it enables smart choices, it empowers priority over ego, which is a really important thing, especially when things are getting difficult. You know, that's a really challenging thing. And also, the people who get it will want to be part of it. So my message this week is a bit of a preach. I'm sorry, but it is a bit of a preach. Learn, invest time, become eloquent in articulating your vision. I was in London yesterday working with my client from Birkbeck College, who is the winner of their entrepreneur program. He has a really fascinating business case, a business model he's trying to create. And yesterday we spent a long time getting him clear about speaking his vision so that other people can understand it, so that they can come and contribute to his business. So when you articulate your vision, then you're really able to engage your tribe, whether those be customers, employees, raving fans, ambassadors, or people that are just going to tell the world about you. So if you really enjoyed today, tell me in the comments, what is it about your vision that's really strong and powerful? Have a fantastic week. Next week, we're going to be talking about a really important part of the foundations, which is the role, the purpose of your roles and the roles of the people around you. So look forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday, same time here on the business page, to be to serve, to discuss roles. Bye for now. Have a fantastic week.